Zula 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 nje nomalanga we Zula 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 nje nomalanga.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? We are back again. It's the LNR podcast with your uncle SK. So today we're coming with a different vibe. We have our guest. I think you are first guest we've ever had, and you kind of make me nervous with these interview things. But yeah, let's do this, man. I think I've known you. Okay, let me introduce him. His name is Monalisa. Abanye bamazi nomalanga, but yeah, we'll get into that. I've known you for the past 2 to 3 years, I think. But I've been meaning to ask you, why Monalisa? Let's get into this whole name. Why Monalisa?
Okay, it's not a matter of why Monalisa.
Yeah.
In my ID, my birth certificate, my name is Ndlandla Monalisa.
Serious?
Jani.
Likhona elokuzalwa vele.
Elokuzalwa ngathi yangibaba.
Eh.
Funny enough, my dad gave me that name.
Yeah.
And I think for 26 years,
yeah,
as far as I can remember, I've been defending.
Yeah.
Why Monalisa? Why Monalisa? Because that's where I think we lack as black people in research.
Sure.
Yeah, when you say Monalisa, you probably be thinking of Lisa Stone.
Yeah. That beautiful woman, Monalisa.
I was also part of those.
Yeah.
And then when I think I was around grade 9.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I had to start researching why Monalisa also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I researched why Monalisa, it derives from French.
Okay.
It only means to be loved.
Oh, okay.
Yes. When Da Vinci was a very hard worker.
Okay.
And then they asked him, if ever you stopped working,
sure,
and had to find a wife, how would she look like?
Okay.
And then the nigga painted that lady.
Oh,
and then,
the Mona Lisa that we know today.
And then he said, she would be my Mona Lisa.
Damn.
You understand?
We're learning.
The word just simply means to be loved.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of songs where you find guys saying, you're my Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's such things. It's not a matter of it's a lady. No.
Sure.
That lady doesn't even exist. There's no such lady as that portrait. It was just
it's just a painting.
That guy just drew whoever wanted to be loved. So I guess my dad was like, first born Yami is someone to be loved.
Sure.
That's why.
Okay, we're learning, man. We're learning, and that's what we wish for the podcast to become, man. We have to check Buddha. Just check Jaya. Welcome.
Check Buddha. We are late.
Yeah. So we've already started, my king. But yeah, you'll check my camera. So yeah. So tell us about. Okay, you've already started with the background, Monalisa, your name. But give us more, man. Monalisa, ukulelepi. Where you from? For I think obviously your fans will know, people that follow you, people that love you. They'll know where you're from. So just give us a background for people abangakwazi.
Ndlandla Monalisa Jani was born extension 4.
Sure.
Embalenhle.
2285.
2285.
Dango.
I was born and raised here.
Sure.
I'm the full product of here.
Yeah.
Ngikhulele kagokwami.
Okay.
Not entirely my whole life kagokwami. Ngikhulele kagogo, ngakhula noma ke futhi ngahlale 5, ngahlale 12, ngahlale white seats.
Sure.
So practically Embalenhle cishe
I
I know all kinds of Emba.
Yeah.
She said orkande
ungakayibambi kahle.
yeah,
but you've been there.
But I've been there, I've seen.
Yeah.
So Ndlandla is a guy from Embalenhle. Nasemandela I also stayed. Yeah.
Yogi down.
Dog, like, and I feel like I am who I am because of all the places I stayed.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to get every side of the story.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure.
Like when I get to go in Nasemandela,
Zonke down, like I'm
I understand.
Like, vele kushuthi uzazonke. Yeah.
And then I got to see every kind of sides we have in Emba that built towards who's Ndlandla and who's Monalisa.
Yeah. All right. So getting into your life, I see you haven't mentioned a part of your life, a recent part of your life, I believe. You are married.
Yes,
I know it's the question that you are married. But how's that so far? Without getting into it that deep, like how's that like? Because the podcast is LNR. So previously, if I can give you a background of the podcast, previously I used to like write status on Facebook and that love and broken relationships. That's where it comes from. So the broken part, we've left it out because it kind of throw people off in a way.
How?
I don't know, but yeah, some people
A
are
lot
like,
of people love negativity.
I know. so we have to touch on, as much as we touch on life, love, and business on this podcast. We also we can't leave that out because it's part of your life. You are married, right?
Yes.
You are married.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
Been married from last year in November.
2021.
Yes.
Dope, man. How's that like for a young guy like you? How has it been? Because I mean, we try to shy away from getting married so early. Most of us. How's that for you?
I won't lie, it's tricky.
Yeah.
Especially being an artist.
Sure.
It's a very tricky situation whereby you learn every day.
Sure.
And every day you need to step on each other's toes.
Yeah.
To learn the more familiar person. Remember, naturally you fight with your cousins, with your brothers, with your sisters. And those people are blood related. Now imagine someone, kulele kwenye ndawo, not even your sister.
Yeah.
And now you need to spend a lifetime with those people. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's marriage is a 50-50, what I can say. I love to be honest. I wouldn't blow people out and say it's great, it's all nice and all that.
It's all rosy and stuff.
Yeah. When I dated my wife, first of all, she was straightforward, my wife. We met as I saw she was a paramedic. Now we SANGOMA.
It's a different transition.
You
from
understand?
The whole yeah.
When she dated me also, she dated Unhlanhla.
Sure. Not to Monalisa.
No.
Damn.
So while in the relationship, she had to support Monalisa. I had to support Unyoka Yomlilo. You understand?
Yeah.
So I feel
that's her name.
That's her name. She got from transition.
Sure.
So I feel like when you married, dog, like understand one thing, there's gonna be changes, like dramatic changes. And how you know you've got a lifetime partner is how you guys adapt to those changes.
Yeah.
You understand?
The continuous changes, because as people we evolve, we change.
You understand?
Yeah,
and you won't adapt positively every time.
Yeah.
You understand? For example, when she had to adapt to Monalisa, it was difficult for her.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
Nobody, like when you sing these ladies, dog, and
they go crazy.
Shit. You find you enter stages, some of them just jump up to come hug, and you need to act professional. You can't push them.
Yeah.
For her, it was complicated. It was like, no.
Shit.
She had to understand that her husband is Nhlanhla. Monalisa is this guy that sings.
Sure.
You understand?
Oh yeah, she had to like learn to ukubeka uNhlanhla on the side. UNhlanhla, that's my boyfriend or my husband. And the other part of uNhlanhla is Monalisa, and I need to understand it.
And Monalisa is for the people.
Ne.
Whether you like it or not, Monalisa is for the people.
Yeah. So, but how did you know that she's the one? That this is another thing that I've been asking a lot of people. Did you pay ilobola and ilobolo? Not this thing here, lobola. We sometimes try to be English about everything. Ilobola and ilobolo lendole. So, how did you know? Okay, before we get into that, you paid ilobolo. How did you do this whole shadow thing?
Oh,
because we sometimes confuse ilobolo nokwenza izinto zesintu, siyiconfuse nemshado omhlophe and think ukuthi umshado omhlophe mawungekho then asishadanga. What's your take on that, or how did you?
Okay, first of all, let me just how can I say, help people with this explanation. Umshado omhlophe, like umshado wabelungu loyo.
Yeah.
It's not ours. It's just that what you guys want and what you guys think is okay, I cannot disagree or take away from that.
Yeah.
Me, what I know is, first of all,
Sure.
engage umuntu wesifazane without ukulobola is an insult.
To the
Bakibo
family.
uyadelela
Yeah.
uyeyisa nje leyo nto le straightforward.
Sure.
Sikhule nje sazi ukuthi your intentions need to be clear.
Yeah.
You understand? So mina, as for uThembi, I went ngayi kwemlobola kibo ngavela.
Obelothi hayi no sengikhona.
Sengikhona and then bangibiza inani labo ebalibiza
manje.
ngalikhipha ngathi
Danko.
nale. And then obviously ekhaya, I think for where I grew up,
Yeah.
for everything I do in my life, it will always be something new. Ngi first born kumanga umzukulu oqala mina ekhaya, yabo. So they will never be able to know the correct way to respond because it only happens first.
Yeah,
You understand? Yeah. So my family was still, why the rush? She's keep on. You know? I remember my dad once, he asked me, how do you know she's the one?
That's my question also.
How I
did
answered.
you know? Yeah.
If I ask you, how would you know she's the one? Normally,
Yeah.
how we answer is because I'm tired.
Mthanda, yeah, that's
My
the
dad,
first-
my dad said to me, "That's a wrong answer."
Ne.
I was like, "What do you mean, dog? Like,
Yeah.
wathi wamthanda ngeke ukhona ukumbona amaphutha akhe, and ngeke ukhone ukumguide ngokweqiniso." So I was like,
Damn.
yo, dude, wait, like he got me all tangled up. Ngathi angeke.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm married to her, sengiyayibona into ebekayisho.
You understand it?
Yeah, like I now understand that I need to put my emotions somewhere
Yeah.
and act according to what I want
Sure. Damn.
or what we need in the relationship. You
Yeah.
understand? So your question was, how did I know she was the one? First of all, my brother, I won't lie, there was a lot of girls. I dated a lot of good girls, Futi.
Yeah.
That had great qualities, even in that. It's not a matter of being Joanna Mahlanya or then she was the perfect one. No. What I loved about my fiance was that there's one thing that trends now that bothers me a lot. When you hurt the person you love,
Sure.
most of the time people tend to resort to hurting you back.
Ne.
For example,
Yeah.
if I cheat on Uthembi, her mind does not say, let me cheat on him. No.
Yeah.
The one thing my wife does very good is to show me what I will lose.
Ne.
So if ever I've cheated, I've stumbled.
Yeah. Along the way. Okay.
Along the way to getting married, I stumbled a lot.
Sure.
Should post to my daughter and her, and then should go all those posts like,
Yeah.
I think it's nakekela umntana mina ngithanda umntana mo what.
Yeah.
And then when you view those things, you're like, what? Nah, man, I'm flopping.
Kuthi angathi ngiyalahla.
You understand?
Yeah.
She did that very well. Like,
Yeah.
she would show me, hey, dog, you're losing this, and it's okay.
Athi uyapimba manje.
You understand?
Yeah.
She wouldn't, ungenze kanje.
Athi ngimgcwalisele.
Yeah, well, I think if she had that mindset, business last. Because I had to move from being a boy to a man, and when you're a boy, man, hey, you do things, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, mtana bantu zwile,
Yeah.
like, I took it through a lot.
And what I believe is, even after wenze zonke lezi zinto lezo makasasekhona aba nawe and akhona ukuthi njengamaphutha njengoba uchaza ukuthi kena your mistakes ukhonile ukuthi awamukele without resorting to athi ngimgcwalisele nami.
You understand?
Then you know ukuthi I know I've got the real one now.
Even after that, when
Yeah.
I put,
Sure.
like, there's a lot, and when I say there's a lot, is because we differ.
Ne.
I believe you also have your own criteria to knowing
If
whoever I
this one is-
marry, will be the one. You understand? And I don't be subjected to other people's comments or how they know. You are the only person who will know.
You know what you want.
Remember, you're gonna live a lifetime with that person. I would state a certain compliment, and one would say, that's not a valid one.
Yeah.
Remember, you saying that's not a valid one, you're not the one that's gonna marry her.
Exactly.
I was the one not supposed to marry her. So there's a lot. ngelila salithola ithuba nje ukuthi ngikuchazele kabanzi ukuthi kahle kahle lo sesi
Yeah.
wayehamba uzofika lo double ngakho.
No, kumele singene kuyo.
Okay.
But let's talk music, man. When does the music backbite you? Uqala nini ukuthanda music uthi yazi kanjani this is what I like. I can sing. Because I mean like we know ukuthi Monalisa can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music has been a journey.
Yeah.
When I say journey, I started singing esontweni. Mina ngikhulele eLuthela.
Yeah.
Evangelical Lutheran Christian Church.
Sure.
Bengise Sunday school. I remember I think I was if my mind serves me right, I think I was doing grade 4.
Very early.
Yeah. And then best practice at Sunday school.
Yeah.
Under Mamdava. So while we were practicing, there was this song. It was. I don't even know who sings this song, but I remember it had like a long soloist. Mm-hmm. So as young kids, would fear
to
take the solo, you know. So there was this little girl that sang the solo. So while she was singing it, I started memorizing it. Oh, this is how she sings it. What. And then it came to a time where our church had to go compete with other circuits.
Okay.
Like I remember we were going to Standerton to go compete in a Sunday school, Standerton. And the lady that was singing, okay, not the lady, maybe
Yeah.
And Mamda was devastated, like, what?
Sure.
Kanjani, this song was perfect, and all that. And then out of the blue, like this young guy was like, I'll sing it for you. And I remember I was very young that time in Sunday school, and there was a lot of old people.
Yeah.
And they started laughing. Like, Aibo. Untlanda has never even showed that he would even be able. Khuluma ukuthi phela within an hour siyacula.
Yeah.
But there's this thing ukuthi, that's why I get bothered when I watch about wooden mic, man. Ukuthi awuzizwa ukuthi wrong. Mina I knew, like, before I even sang, I knew ukuthi ngizoyicula ngale ndlela engizwe le ntombazane beyipractice. You understand? So I stepped up, like, and umamdaba, like, credits to her. I could definitely say she's one of the ladies that like, she doesn't know yet, but she gave me a push to music, because she didn't hesitate when I say I will sing this song. She just said, I trust you. So you can say she was sacrificing or whatsoever.
Good,
whatever happens, but
let's go.
This guy is singing.
Yeah. What, the mic? Is it low? Wait, that side. Okay, no, that side it's fine. I think. I think. Yeah, no, it great from that side. We'll use but we'll discuss it. Yeah. So yeah, then comes Unomalang, the famous song that we know, that we love. Because I remember it was during lockdown, I think, or towards lockdown, when you hit me up and you wanted the music video, and I was like, when I first listened to the song, I was like, I was hooked, man. It was a beautiful song, well produced. Yonke into nje behlelekile. Iza kanjani uNomalanga? And what's the meaning of uNomalanga?
Most of the songs people learn along my career as I move forward.
Yeah.
I love singing sing-alongs. I love to make it easy for my audience to join in my music, you understand?
Sure.
Nomalanga Igwijo, actually.
Okay. Igwijo, what's Igwijo?
Igwijo, it's mainly songs we sing Masbuye Ntabeni, or songs that are sang during nakudlalwa ibhola.
Oh, you know.
So the song Nomalanga, we used to sing it at Event High, where I did my high school.
Sure.
But when you know Amagwijo, they mainly focus on the chorus.
Yeah.
Understand? So it was basically a chorus. Zula, 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 Nomalanga. It was that.
Yeah.
And then I felt like there was more to tell than just singing a chorus. Yeah, I understand.
Sure.
And then I remember I hit up Marcus, go inbox. I was like, hey, dude, you posting about music. And that time, like, I'm a studio were very rare in Embalenhle.
Yeah.
And now, like, they are major. Like, it says Ningi Turu, it's very easy
Yeah.
to just ask,
You
hey,
just do.
Yabo?
Yeah.
So at that time, I can say it was only him and a few I knew. And the other ones I knew, they were hard to approach that time.
Sure.
So he replied, it was like, come. And when I got there, I'm like, wow, studio, spelele vele, like keyboard, everything.
So this is the first time you're meeting the guy?
First, no, I knew
You
Marcus
knew the
was
guy.
in Hufflepuff, I was in Event High. And remember, I told you, ngihlalile indawo eningi.
Yeah.
So the time in Nhlale 5,
Oh.
Marcus was opposite nasekhaya.
Okay.
But at that time, I thought, udlala bass guitar kuphela, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to his house and then he was like, okay, Ndlandla, this is the studio. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I remember he left me and he went to take a shower.
Yeah.
And now, cousin Kulele Sondwenik, I also know my way around the keyboard.
Yeah.
So he left the keyboard playing and I started harmonizing the song. And then I started playing the keys. You understand?
Yeah.
And then when he came back, it's like, what's that? I'm like, I want to sing a song named Nomalang.
Yeah.
And then he said, they call it a skeleton. It's like, put it in rough, I'll finish everything. And then we started putting it in rough, everything. And then he started adding all these quality sounds he has.
Yeah.
Beautiful sounds. And then he asked me, what's the chorus? And then I started singing the chorus and he was like, what?
And it's Nomalang.
Like the first day we met, we did Nomalang.
First
That's the first song I ever did in studio.
First
First
finished
time
it.
I entered studio, I
Damn.
did Nomalang.
Yeah. So, I understand. How many projects have you put out so far?
Yo.
From
That are
Nomalang,
out
obviously. Yeah.
on digital platforms. Yo.
Yeah.
Personally, me alone, I have my EP.
Yeah.
It's titled Lapho Milanga,
Your first EP.
my first EP.
Yeah.
That was
Beautiful
a-
EP.
Yo, that was
Beautiful
my
EP.
baby.
I really enjoyed that. I think Nomalang is also there, right?
No, Nomalang at that
Is it
time
not?
was a single. We had released it as a single.
As a single.
Yes. Lapho Milanga it was practically me crying out loud.
Yeah. Because I as I say, it's my favorite. I remember. Okay, there's a song that I love, like I still enjoy. I think it's Ngelinye Ilanga or something.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
that's
song.
the first song in the EP.
Yeah.
Like when we did that EP, it was based on me. There's a time where I think when you're a vocalist,
Yeah.
that writes his own music.
Sure.
You most of the time your first project or your first EP
Yeah.
is everything you feel. Like everything you've been through and everything you're feeling and everything you want.
And you're pouring it out there.
You understand?
Yeah, and it's
So-
pure. I believe your first work or your first project is the purest of
You
all
ever
of them.
get.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, that's true.
And then
That's
after
true.
that you need to go with trend, go with what people want to hear.
Yeah.
And so Ilapho Milanga was basically my first project.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had another single. Sorry, before Ilapho Milanga, I had a single with Andy Keys and Pervader. It was titled Inkululeko.
I remember that.
You remember that
yeah,
song?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then I think at that time, and the problem with music, you can release good music, but not at the correct time.
Yeah.
I feel like that song was too deep for other people to understand it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people understood that song after.
Later. Yeah.
Like later, they would call me up, and at that time, I'm way over that song. Like,
yeah, you're like.
and then be like,
at that
dude,
moment.
what you did on Nkululeko? I'm like,
It's crazy.
what? Kanulale Nkululeko. As an artist, you move along, like
Sure.
you release. You understand?
You
So
keep going. You keep going.
It
I
was-
think the same with Nomalang. I think it came out at the wrong time, or it was
Yo.
about to be a wrong time.
No,
Lockdown, everything shut down. Because I believe Nomalang is one of the best songs ever that I've listened to.
Nomalanga was okay. I don't
Crazy,
even want
bro.
to say was because
Still is, ne?
that song it's still gonna break
Yeah.
boundaries, and it's just that when we did the song, like you said in the beginning, it was lockdown, and everything was like closed.
Yeah.
So we did the song, we released it. When we released the song, like I'm very thankful to Embalenhle. Like,
Right.
they got my back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah, yeah.
my Kasi's got my back. Like, everyone loved the song. The trend was going. People were posting videos of the song and everything. And then
Yeah.
you could tell that everyone that looked at me at that time was like, he's going. Like, he's gone.
Udano. It's a fly.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then lockdown, I get radio interviews, but they need to be over the phone. We can't.
And it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And then I was like to my cousin, I was like, guys, let's shoot a video, because what's happening now is people have the song, they just don't know who did the song.
Yeah.
And then that's where I remember this Pervader. Pervader was like, do you know who Kai is? I was like, no. I'm still new in music, so I have no clue of.
Good Gwenzakaland.
And he's like, I've got this guy, Kasi, and he was talking about you, and I was like, okay. I remember I said,
Yeah, shout out to Pevere for that. Yeah, shout out.
He was like, I was like, I'm a flop, like good dog. Or like us. You know our mentality doesn't get and it was like, no, he's got beautiful visuals, like I'm shooting video.
Yeah.
And then that's where we contacted you, your company, and then you showed us this beautiful video.
Yeah.
And then like you could tell that this song is so much of a hit, because even PRing it was not difficult.
Yeah.
Pushing a song that's not a hit is difficult.
A pop. Yeah.
And, unless it's a pop, it may be nice, but it's not a hit.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
It's
but
listenable.
I can listen to it.
Yeah.
You understand? But pushing Nomalanga was very easy. Every person we approached with the song was on board. They were like, what? You understand?
Yeah.
And Nomalanga also was the song that got me a feature near Scorpion Kings. Like, when KABZA heard the song, it was like, who's he?
Yeah, Ubando.
He's the keeper.
Yeah.
You understand? So, hence I'm like, that song is still going to fight a lot of battles for me. I'm not done with the song. I haven't given up on the song.
Yeah.
The song is still, even when I go perform,
It's
I
still a
perform
sing-along.
certain songs,
People
and then
still
you
go
see the crowd
I know.
requesting
Yeah,
the song. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it's still going to go for me.
Before we move, Scorpion Kings, that song, what happened to the whole, I think, what was the song again?
It's titled Scorpion Kings 2.
No, the song itself.
It's Scorpion Kings 2. That's the name of the song.
The song?
Yeah.
Okay, but how does it go? Because
Yepa.
Exactly. Ayo. I mean, what happened there? Because I felt like it wasn't like, did you push it enough? Do you feel like you pushed it enough? Or it was because of the lockdown still?
You know, when it comes to that song,
Yeah.
I don't think PRing was on my side. You understand? And remember, I was also pushing Nomalanga at the same time.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
And I didn't even know that song was going to even come out,
Okay.
if I'm honest. Like, I didn't know it was going to be featured, because I remember getting a call from TK.
Yeah.
TK was like, yo, dog, Ugup. And I was at work. I was doing night shift.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm at work. Ushaisanin. I'm like, Sasa. He's like, can you pull through like event? I'm like, why? We've got KABZA.
And you're like,
KABZA.
teen match. Yeah.
TK was on block. He's like,
Yeah.
KABZA wants to spanner with you, Yabo. I was like, this is a lie. But anyway, Iloto.
Yeah.
Idlala abantu abaningi, yo.
Sure.
So I was like, let me go.
Yeah.
So I remember when I got there, and then he was there, like literally, now KABZA.
Yeah.
I was still confused. Did he listen to the song or uzwile?
Oh,
You
yeah.
understand
Someone
the-
spoke on your behalf and be like, hey, now umuntu.
So I remember when I entered, the first thing he said is like, Sabona, when I'm Hlabeleli. I was like,
Yeah.
Hlabeleli, what does that mean?
Hey.
He's like, your voice sounds like you're singing at church.
Sure.
I was like, hey, all right. Is that good or bad?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying this in my mind.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no,
you're
no,
thinking,
no.
Yeah.
I want to try something. And I'm like, I'm listening. Don't sing at church. Sing differently.
Yeah.
I was still confused. I sing because I sing. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know what he meant
The
by
difference
singing
yeah,
at church. And you understand?
Yeah.
And then he was like, this is the beat. When I got there, the beat was done. And he played the beat. And funny enough, that song was actually a one take. Like we didn't repeat.
One take
straightforward. Like he said, this is the beat. Udlile ndoda. Uphuzani.
Yeah.
I'm like, ngaposa.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
you're
better.
He's very accommodative. He's
Sure,
like,
sure.
Dasha. So I got Dasha, and then I think after like, okay, while we were drinking, he was showing me his projects. Like, he explained to me how actually the effort it takes to create a hit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know good to the song Hlelo to there's something so it
Yeah.
has 3 different versions. Like they sang the song 3 times, 3
Sure.
different beats
Yeah.
that were concluded. We listened to all 3 and then they picked one. So in my mind I'm like, yo, we probably were gonna sing 3 times here.
Uthi ayisazobuya.
Idiot. So after like 2 or 3 glasses, it's like, Kibet. I'm like, now ready. Like, yeah, give it a love. We wanna hear what you can do.
Yeah.
I took on the headphones and the beat was playing and I was like, yepa. Now when you're recording,
Yeah.
you tend to look at the producer.
Yeah.
So that he just signals you very fast if
Uthi I know I see you. Yeah.
Saturn no.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Uthi I know uqhubeka
I'm
iyo
like,
le.
okay, so we don't need
Yeah.
a message. We don't need certain things. He just wants me to play with these things.
Sure.
I'm like, okay. So we just took one long take and he was like, thank you.
Uthi
I'm like,
asekurayt.
thank you. Now I'm thinking, I will, malanga. Makasi kuangiphindisa
Yeah.
pause. Why langaphindi? You understand?
The usual like
And
you
then
wanna
the next thing is like he's mastering everything, like, and then he starts hitting the table. There was some beats in that song where he was hitting the table.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what the heck? This guy, I got now lama beats like
Lezinto lezi.
no, he wanted it raw, like yo, it was like, and then I think we finished at around 12 o'clock at night, and then he said, "Beautiful song." I'm like, "Beautiful song? What does that mean?"
Uthi mina anga
So class no TK is telling me, "No, we record a lot of people." So in my mind, I was like, it's one of those. It's gonna be projects in the desktop.
Yeah.
Then next thing, the guys have a live channel. Him and Maporis. He plays the song.
Playing the song. You
I'm
like that's me,
what?
bro. Yeah.
That's my voice. And like I remember at home, they didn't believe because I didn't speak about it. It was one of those,
You were
just
like,
stayed and kept quiet.
because of
I didn't want to
you
jinx
repeat
things.
The stuff you
Yeah,
thought,
bo?
nah. Yeah.
So it's a milestone for me. Like it was one hell of an experience to work with that guy. He's one of those.
Yeah. So the Superstar. Are you still with Superstar Studios?
Yes.
Still working with them?
Yes. We
All
still,
right.
we're still in partnership.
The previous or the current EP. Is it an EP?
Yes, it's an EP.
Is it out yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
Because I've been looking for it, checking it out. I need to listen what's happening because the only song that I know there I got on it.
And then it's not
It's not
released.
even out.
You just
so
know
I know
it
because
you did the music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's
so I was
about
like-
the music video, man.
But come on,
keep it
come on.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's break it down for people abasazoyilalela ne the EP. I know the list of the songs that are there. Briefly, just city ngampu. Idlozi. What is that about?
Oh, wow, that song was actually an emotional one to do. Hlelo is dedicated to my wife.
Yeah.
When I started dating her, I realized Uguti, the more we tried denying the fact that she needs to go Ayotwasa,
Yeah.
it was the more our relationship crumbled. So when that song starts, says mina ngalibukela idlozi lingithathela ulavi wam. So it was based on a lot of people about involved in Nentoles. They don't speak about it, but sometimes idlozi like reject. You understand?
Izinto zakubone.
Like reject umuntu wakho.
Oh.
I was this person
what you mean. Yeah,
that was receiving rejection.
Oh.
You understand? There would be days where she'd be moody. There would be days where she'd question my love for her and how abantu abadala. You understand those things? And then the more I would try and help her, I felt like it was the more I pushed her away.
Yeah.
So I remember I was with Marcus and he was
Sorry,
like,
man. Let me just quickly check something. Big bag. Sorry. Where's your wallet? Sorry to cut you, bro.
No
Okay.
problem,
Yeah.
no problem.
Continue, man.
So Idlozi was, it's basically my experience in dating umuntu onedlozi. It explains my journey with her,
Yeah.
and how it went, and how it almost ended
Yeah.
our relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people ever twasile,
Yeah.
or who are dating umuntu othwasile
Yeah, yeah,
will relate to the song.
Will
They
understand.
will know exactly what I meant. A lot of people will be like,
Uthini
"Monalisa,
manje,
skip
kwenzakalani?"
that now." Yes,
Yeah,
we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, Impi Amadod. What's that?
Impi Amadoda.
Because I mean, for us for all of us who haven't like listened to
The EP.
or since ingakapumi, we're like curious. What are you coming with?
Impi Amadoda igwijo.
Okay.
Like I told
okay,
you,
okay. Like
njengeNomala.
yeah.
Igwijo lesixhosa.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereby I remember I once visited Amakazinam in Queenstown, and they were singing this gwijo. Now the problem with Amagwijo, I told you, it's beautiful choruses, but they're not finished. It's like you can tell a story ngale chorus eliculile.
Yeah.
You understand?
Man,
It's
you
like
can you can extend it. You
It's
can
like-
I get
picture
what you mean.
listening to Uzahara.
Yeah.
Uloli, why to do la? And then she doesn't explain.
Kuthi kahle kahle uloliwe wenza
You
kwenzakalani.
understand?
Yeah.
So Impi Amadod, it's a beautiful Kwijo song whereby it's basically about the battles men go through and will never give up just because we are men.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
So it's people who will never quit because we are men. Why I say men will never quit.
Yeah.
Umuyinsizwa nje yakuphi now you
Yeah.
know ukuthi there is no way uzovuka ekseni ugeze ushelwe intombazaneni endleni emoto bese kulobole. You understand?
Nah,
But a
won't
lady
Yeah.
can wake up, ageza make up, and her life from being poor can change to being umfazi ushadiwe. So thina singamadoda yimpi ayipheli.
Uwe, you are expected. I mean, like, you are expected to provide. You are expected to be
Even
there.
so unayo lo mfazi
Yeah.
kusese nezimpi zesinkwa
Yeah.
izimpi ze-finance. So
Yeah.
impi yamadoda ayipheli nje practically
Duduzile.
nje.
Singene kududuzile. Yeah.
Duduzile is yo. I remember when I decided I'm gonna sing this song.
Yeah.
I had a chat nomunye a friend of mine was Mpendule. He was like, "You remember this song? Ebeculwa one of my friends uThubelile
Yeah.
Duduzile." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I remember that song." He's like, "Yo, imagine it ucula with your version and then add a message." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." And then Duduzile is practically, we're talking about a girl oncanywa umjida, but yet practically we are flop. What I do very well with my music is, okay, after I did Ilaphumelanga, I learned to sing music that's not related to me. I can sing a song about losing a mother, whereby my mother is alive, and I will sing it to a point where you think I lost my mother.
Yeah.
You
You
understand?
can feel the
I'm very good at doing that.
Sure.
So Duduzile is about Ukeli, Unganya Olomchita, and the guy is doing all the right things,
Yeah.
but Ukeli nje is just
Okay, cool.
not there.
Sure.
Igama lakhe luDuduzile.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
the one that I know. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful song, by
Yo,
the way.
that
It's a
song-
very beautiful name.
that
I
song
mean,
is-
beautiful song.
I got to is where I think I started growing up as a man.
Yeah.
When you grow up as a man, how I observe manhood is when you start questioning things you were taught umncane and start developing something you believe in.
Yeah.
Like, remember, your parents teach you things, and then
Yeah.
there was a stage whereby, as a man, you like,
Is this
me
the one?
personally,
Is
I-
yeah.
angizwa da.
Due to your experiences, upila now. and
You
then-
understand?
Yeah.
So the title of the song, I Got, I remember when me and Mavutela came up with it, people were like, how can you name a song I Got?
Yeah.
So,
Like,
you understand, it's
yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
But I Got to me, for us, when we did the song, it was tightly like, how can I put it? Maybe, yabona umuntu othi akusana ndaba. I got, I got akunandaba.
Yeah.
So we were trying to demonstrate that, but in the song in itself,
Yeah.
we were questioning the loyalty of Christianity. Not the fact that we're not believers, but
Yeah.
we were questioning
Some things
the
with why
loyalty
this happens, why
about
this,
it.
yeah.
And after questioning it, I got. You understand?
Exactly.
So I go to after questioning it, we stopped being believers.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like a lot of people are not verbal about it. Some people have a lot of questions about Christianity, but angeke bawa voice out
Yeah.
because of being scared of being judged or of maybe losing fans. Or I feel like if we're gonna do things and not tell our fans who we really are,
Yeah.
we're not being honest. So I know there's a part that says sawubona mvelinqangi sawubona mthathwe munye.
Yeah.
So it shows you I've been to church. I even know how to call him.
Yeah. You know about the whole Christianity.
How
you
we
know about-
approach him, how we understand.
sure.
Ibongo zakho ziningi, zenzo zakho abanye bazibonile.
Yeah.
You understand what I did there? And then I'm like, mina ngicela ungiphendule, phendule le mibuzo.
Sure.
One of the things I failed to understand as a Christian was how are we going to church every day? We doing all the right things. You wabona umuntu onganakudla, you give. Like in me personally, I don't believe in ukuhlukumeza abantu. I believe in helping as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I learned this. Those people who are doing that are actually the ones that suffer the most. And then when you look at our current our current lifestyles, everyone that's doing izinto
Wrong
zobumnyama
Yeah. Are the ones.
are benefiting the most.
I hear what
So
you're
I was
saying.
like, bantwana bakhe bakulalelayo, bantwana bakhe benza kahle, wayebasokola, wayebalambile kangaka. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I remember when I had this conversation with my mom, she was like, one thing I did properly with you, I raised you very well. So what you decide after is up to you. And I know you won't make a mistake. And I was like, oh, she trusts me.
Yeah.
If
To that
I
extent,
live
yeah.
Christianity, you understand?
Yeah.
And it's not a matter of living Christianity or whatsoever. But I got, in short, it's just trying to, it's like a prayer, but in conversation directly. No,
God.
nkulunkulu,
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
brother.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, like, isn't as he aligning with,
Yeah, I understand.
with your word and stuff. So
It was basically that.
so you are spiritual in a way.
I'm a very spiritual
Very
person.
spiritual.
Very,
Yeah.
very,
So taking that, looking at your music, the reason why I go straight and ask you to your spiritual is because I already know with your music. I've learned more about you through your music. What do you, okay, in your own words, do you think, or okay, you know, what does your music represent, or how do you want people to receive your music, the projects that you've released and the projects that are still coming? What do you represent as a Monalisa?
First of all, this is what I always tell people.
Sure.
Music must create memories. And it must heal wounds.
Heal. Tango. Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I create music,
Sure.
when I say it must create memories, I mean, you remember when we used to play Weputi?
Yeah.
Even if they would play that song now,
Today.
there's a certain memory you're going to create when you play that song. But you link it with music. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. A certain feeling.
Certain
It's
feeling.
what happens to me. Like I play, the golden oldies, all those songs. Every time, sometimes I feel I get depressed, but not depressed in a way, because I'm like,
You're going through
there's
the
a
emotions.
feeling that I'm feeling, but I can't remember what I was going through, what's happening. But there's a certain feeling.
That's music.
It's either you feel like, hey, I feel like crying when this song goes like this, and when, I get what you
understand
mean.
what I
I get what you're saying. 100%.
So if it's not creating memories, let it heal you. I remember when I did my show, Kangov, shout out to Ngov for
allowing
giving
that.
me the opportunity.
Yeah.
When I had to sing Elinye ilanga sizovuka. I got emotional.
It was
And I
crazy.
started crying.
Yeah.
Reason being, the song was now healing me at that time. You understand what I mean? When I did it, I felt like I was doing it for people. But when I sang it that day, I was going through a phase. So it healed me. In a way, I was like, how can you write a song and not use the song to heal you?
Yeah.
You understand? So I started crying while I was on stage because I witnessed how my cousin grew up into manhood and how strong he had to be. And I realized he was young and I was older than him and I had to be older. So by hearing the song, I was like, what? But you practically tell people things are going to change. There's a time where you feel like you're trapped. It's just going to be this and this and this and this. You understand?
Sure.
So I got emotional. So that's why I say music will also heal you. You understand?
Yeah.
So from all my songs, I try my best. I hate doing lines because I was part of the song.
Oh, just
I don't
for the
like
sake
doing
of it.
that.
Yeah.
Hence, a lot of people will DM me, hey, Shindana, I need a feature. I'm not one to reject a feature.
Yeah. But it has to speak to you as well.
You understand?
I get what
If
you
I'm feeling like I'm just gonna apply my voice there. I don't like doing that.
Yeah. So what's next? What are you busy with? Kwenzakalani? Okay, obviously, the question I can answer myself. We're waiting for the project. When are you releasing? What's the name of the project?
Hlelo.
Hlelo. One Hlelo.
Hlelo is my daughter.
Your daughter. Oh, yeah,
my
talking
daughter.
about that. This morning, I checked, I don't know if it was a status or whatever. You took your daughter to... was it-
Espe.
Yeah. And you said something very important, and it's very important, more especially to parents, to fathers. You said, if you make a promise, you need to keep it. What's that about, man? Like, cause it's a very beautiful thing. It's important. We might think Uguti it's just something that you said, but it's very important.
You know that comes from a place where I'm a person who's got a beautiful memory.
Yeah.
My mom always says, "Uyikhumbula njani into enjalo ngoba umncane?"
Yeah. Oh.
Like I've got a very and I remember things in detail. You understand?
Sure.
I have a dad
Yeah.
that made promises. Ne?
Sure.
And no matter his financial situation was, he would make them. Like, even though it meant him losing a lot of things,
Yeah.
but he would keep those promises.
Sure.
How I idolize him now or how I look at him is impacted by those decisions he took.
Yeah.
You understand?
To make sure when I say this thing, I need to keep my
it.
word.
Even
Yeah.
if it means it's going to, how can I put it? It's going to take your last cent.
Yeah.
The fact that you made the promise
You
to
need to keep
kids,
it. Yeah.
like we don't take it seriously enough. But for example, my daughter was going on about Baba Mfungo jumper. And I was like, okay, Sizoigo jumper. I was working night shift Izolo.
Yeah.
So I was like, Sunday, Sizoigo jumper.
Sure.
To her, Ugo jumper is practically taking it to Spur.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
understand? I was like, okay,
It's not
Sizoigo.
about the food or anything.
Nah, she doesn't even eat.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
always a doggy bag lap.
Yeah.
So my daughter, like every day,
Yeah.
like Baba Zoe, I'm going to go Pamba Sunday. Baba Zoe, yabo. She's
Keeps
3 years
reminding
old.
you,
She's
yeah.
3 years old. You might think, noma ngahlala ngamuzi. Angeke ayithathele inhloko lento leyo. You understand? And then I realized I had to remember with me how I raised my daughter. Most of the time is my memories through my father. So I feel like if my father did a terrible job, I was going to be a terrible father.
Nah.
So I had to say this to the people, Guti, if ever you were given an opportunity
To be
a father,
Yeah.
promise me one thing. Whatever promises you're going to do to your kids, keep them.
Danko.
It comes from there.
That was like, I was like, this is because what we normally do or what we sometimes do, the small lies we tell our kids, they impact them. Okay, no, sala. Sometimes kids will cry. Then uthi sala ngizophathela ama-sweet. When you come back, you don't bring ama-sweet. I mean, bring something like chapisinyana.
Doc, the fact that they remember you have to bring sweets. Phela, if it was not a key factor, boyongena endlini angaboni nokuthi. But ngobuthi babuthe uzophatha you understand?
Yeah. So with everything, man, everything going on, I like the fact that we spoke a lot about spirituality. We spoke about our relationships. Says Vala, with everything that is going on, poverty, people going through struggles and everything. What do you wish for people in general? What do you wish for your fans, people that follow you, people that I don't like to call people fans, but people that love you, people that celebrate you.
There's a song in my EP. It's titled "Siyobesi Song." Yeah, that song, when I wrote it, there's a verse that says, "Nagini nonke nipusha lo mculo wami." Yeah, I promise you, Siyobesi Song. Sure. I keep my promises. Yeah. Remember, I once made a promise to you. I said, "No mangatiwa, I signed a label, or what happens? Yeah, I'm gone." Yeah. Like, one promise I know I need to keep is whoever helped me with my music from start without questioning. Why can't I be with those people? Right. You understand? It's like you can be a big you can be a local artist now. And then avoka isivakutshela ukuthi dog ngoba ngiyakubona uyazama ngicharge music video 2 rand. Yeah. Uyikhiphi 2 rand upop. You sign a deal. When you sign a deal bakutshela ukuthi lathi na umuntu wenza ama music video we pay them 20 rand. Yeah. Wow, London guys in 20 rand.
Yeah. Uvukile naye.
Why uthi mi? Hayi, sengiyoshutha nalabiyana ebangale. I understand. So to everyone that follows my music, or everyone in general in life, yeah. Before wealth, I always wish people to be happy. Happiness for me is key because we are chasing wealth and forgetting our happiness. I know umunye uzothi Monalisa imali injabulo, you understand and all that. I don't like debating about it, but ngiyazi mina ukuthi like happiness in general comes from you first, you one. Without anything you have, uyi-one nje.
You can have everything but still be unhappy.
You understand? Yeah. So and lastly, ngiyafisa nje wonke umuntu ukuthi aphumelele empilweni, whatever uyifisayo yenzeke. Whatever struggle you're going through, people are going through a lot, guys.
True.
A lot.
True.
There's people, you find that someone is 39, akaze sebenze, that anxiety, that stress level. Yazi kubuhlungu njani ukuthi uthi una 29 uyocela isinto. Like uyocela imali yesinkwa
and we take that lightly. We think ukuthi, and that's what sometimes happens. People think ukuthi you're not trying enough. People try.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like maso semsamo ubona ngathi osemnyango akafuna ukugena because usemnyango vele, you understand? So I know you guys are going through a lot, and all I'm going to tell you guys is that I always tell people ukuthi kwahlala phansi kwahlelwa impilo zethu, and wherever you are, you're already there. Go through it. Don't stop there.
Keep pushing.
The problem is when someone is sad, they want to embrace sadness. Don't embrace it. Go through it. You understand? So, noma ngathi uhluphekile, dlula.
Yeah.
Find a way. Ungahlali phansi bese you settle there.
Yeah. Look at your problems and stuff.
You understand?
Look at the solution.
Sometimes the solution is not there.
Boy,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Thank you for
really appreciate your time. We don't take that light. We don't. Your information now, we will cherish that for a long time. Thank you for the beautiful music.
Thank you.
Thank you for trusting us as Igais with your work. Siyabonga. Danke Put. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching the LNR podcast, a conversation with your uncle SK. So yeah, man, like, subscribe, do your own. Yeah, zonke lezi zinto lezi. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ufuna size sikhulume. Hey.